Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another VeVe and Ecomi video. In this one, we're going to be checking out something big. So apparently the beta testers actually have had a first look within the VeVeverse. They've been using it, they've been testing it out and things like that, and they've made some statements and stuff on it. So we're going to be checking out a video based on some of these statements and seeing some of the reactions to it. I'm definitely interested in this because, in my opinion, this is one of the biggest indicators of how successful the VeVe project as a whole is going to be. I've been seeing a lot of bullish things lately. They actually have been doing things. They've actually been doing things worth being bullish. So many people have been caught up in a situation where they're holding on to things of the past, but now you actually have some current things to be bullish about, as opposed to just, oh, they said they'll do this, they say they'll do that, they say this, that. Like, I understand everybody wants to be, oh, I always had faith. I don't care about always having faith. I care about always having money. And that's why I'm going to, I'm going to go based on the reality of what's actually going on, as opposed to what I feel should happen or what I feel they're going to do, and like all this blind faith that I gave you before. And no, like, they don't get my blind faith anymore, but they will get my praise when they're actually delivering and keeping their word. So that being said, let's jump into it. Let's see what the beta testers has to say. And yeah, drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Your boy is back.
We have a lot to talk about. The green light has been given. Beta users are finally able to share part of their experiences for the first time. The FOMO is real.
Sheesh.
Information overload. Crypto Addict here with some updates on the very much anticipated VeVeverse and what we can take based on what was shared. First, I just want to point out that the VeVeverse is real. Phase 1 beta testers have spoken, and they have indeed been in the VeVeverse. We're going to get straight into what was shared. There has been an overwhelming amount of positive feedback. 100% positive, actually. I was expecting...
I mean, that's bound to happen, though. Like, the fact that it's 100% is 100%, I don't know, because people, like, this whole time they've been lying. They've got 100% been bullish and happy about that too. So, I mean, now it's a little less believable at this point, but I will hear them out. I will definitely hear them out. Like, now when I hear everybody loves it, like, okay.
Expecting this during the first phase, but the FOMO is really kicking in after hearing everyone's experience. Everyone's passion and praise was really good to hear and brought back VeVe 2021 vibes. Starting off, the VeVeverse is not browser-based. It is, in fact, an app. I'm happy.
That's huge.
This will ensure that VeVeverse will have the capability to perform and maximize the end user experience. Lighting. One of the most undervalued but most important features is the lighting. As a photographer and cinematographer, I immediately understood how great this was going to be. The ability to fully customize how we want to stage our lighting? Come on, guys. Lighting really allows a creator to set the mood for their environment, so haunted houses could very much be a thing. Collectibles and objects are much easier to select and move. Please everyone, just scrap any previous experience in the vault from your head. You can now easily scale and rotate on the X, Y, and Z axis. You will also have the ability to import coordinates for precise placements and a snap to grid type function, which will eliminate unwanted gaps. And not only can you select from a range of textures, but you will also be able to import your own textures. You can import textures. Not only is this great for your own...
This is actually huge. Ironically, I was just talking to one of my homies yesterday who's getting into 3D modeling and things like that. Well, he's been in it. I actually made a video like a year or so ago where I was telling you all, my friend makes money through Second Life. He creates these textures and stuff and creates these shirts and pants and stuff like that. And there's actually stores within Second Life where you go around and you can sell this stuff. They're only like $3 to $5 or something like that. So it's nothing crazy, but you get enough people buying these clothes, buying this stuff, it starts to add up. So you can open a whole store and just get to selling your own shirts, your own pants, and you create this stuff. You create it or you hire someone to create it for you, a 3D artist, and yeah, you're selling this stuff to people. So the fact that you can do that, you can upload your own textures and things like that. That's going to be huge because it's going to allow you to stand out and have some uniqueness to the things that's going on in your area. Now, it's going to be interesting to see if they'll allow you to maybe sell stuff like Second Life. Maybe sell some stuff that you would upload. I doubt it. I mean, this is all about their NFTs, their show, their closed ecosystem and the things that they want sold. But yeah, I mean, you never know.
Own custom services, but it's also great for customized signs or graphics. You can create a giant subscribe to WAGMI wall in your space. Wow. Cool. Animated collectibles have properties, changing the intensity of Thor's lightning or the color of the lightning. What? Collectibles with particles will allow you to even customize the particle settings. You can create a sandstorm. You will be able to see who you're in a room with, as well as mute whoever you want to act like isn't in the room. Placing collectibles inside of shapes is also possible. It can appear as if
you should be able to upload your own textures and sell that to other people for Omi. That's what you should be able to do. So if that's not a feature, hopefully they're willing to add something like that where you can upload your own textures. Like for instance, if you create something cool, I don't have the ability to create it and I don't want to waste my time creating it. I just want what you have. I should be able to buy it from you using the Omi token, and it should benefit everyone on the platform or everyone who's holding Omi. Like I think that would be something amazing. So the fact that they have that feature is dope. Hopefully they, you know, they put in a feature where you can sell the things that you import.
If it's a display of some sort, if you're trying to build, let's say, a museum. Streaming is available and video chat as well. The VeVeverse is sounding really promising, and hearing the excitement from everyone really brings me back to 2021. But now I need to bring myself back to earth and really reevaluate what we're actually experiencing. The VeVeverse and its features are not unique. They are powered by Cavernous. Cavernous is supported by some great companies, but this means these features of the VeVeverse are not exclusive to just VeVe. Example, shopwagme.com, which is launching today, is built on Shopify, so check it out and support the channel. There are a lot of Shopify stores. That's because Shopify offers features that make it much easier to build an e-commerce store. Look at Cavernous as Shopify. The backend and features are all built and powered by Cavernous the same way the shopping cart is with Shopify. Merchant accounts built into Shopify allow you to process credit cards the same way Cavernous will allow you to import your NFTs for a Web3 experience. Additional apps and features can be added as well, the same way Shopify has an app store. The front end or the web page you see is done in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. When you visit shopwagme.com, the website you see is the front end, which is what you experience. Great site, by the way. With Cavernous, the front end experience is built within the game engine, being Unity or Unreal. This is where the user experience is built and what will set you apart from other metaverses. The same way not every website is the same. Now, Shopify does have default website templates the same way Cavernous will have a default metaverse. The reason why most metaverses look so similar is because they don't change much from the default theme, being a small team. So in the end, all their metaverse experiences are the same. So is this good or bad for VeVe? Using Cavernous is actually good because it automatically integrates you with the tools you need. But if you're not standing out from any of the other metaverses, why would people choose to hang out in your metaverse and not another one? Cavernous integration does look simple though. They explain the plugins are drag and drop and won't interfere with your experience. They use a demo here at Unreal 5 showcasing the power of Unreal while benefiting from the Cavernous SDK. Since they are unable to share video footage of the VeVeverse, we don't know which path VeVe chose, but they will be able to update their front end in the future regardless. Their social features are limited to Cavernous though, since this is what is powering their metaverse. What I mean by this is if Shopify says I can only add 100 products, I would not be able to exceed that. So since Cavernous has a limit of 25 people in a space, VeVe cannot exceed this. While 25 is still a good number of people, this is not what I would consider a metaverse. And maybe it's just because we're not there yet. Before the dream of hosting a Twitter space in the VeVeverse, this cap wouldn't allow it. Maybe a private gathering though. But this is why I personally feel a true metaverse experience needs to be an open world experience and not these instances. Animal Crossing is fun, but when you have no one visiting your island anymore, you're gonna stop playing. And if you're someone like me, I have no following, no friends, and no one that cares about what I do in my home, how easy will it be for someone to discover my space? My space. I could spend a month and make a beautiful place, but no one will ever visit if there's no easy way to discover it directly from VeVe. Like, will there be a For You list? I would personally need to share it on Twitter, YouTube, or some other social network to get people to visit. And this doesn't even guarantee that they'll visit me while I'm in my space, so I can't even socialize or walk them through my home. What motivation will I have over time to continue to get on my VeVeverse and build if I'm only building for myself? And
Yeah, that's one of the bad things when it comes down to Second Life. My homie, he was letting me know how it worked, and he was showing me how it worked. They basically use an Instagram. There's a whole little Instagram section for Second Life people, and they have certain names where it's something in your name where you can identify one another, and you can actually see them promoting stuff on Instagram and other platforms where you go from those platforms back into Second Life, and then you can find what you're looking for on Second Life only from these advertisements. Like, I don't think you can just walk around and find certain things, or you may be able to just go places and luck up, but it's like very, very hard to do something like that. So yeah, that's a difficult, thing to overcome. Hopefully this isn't having some Second Life type issues. Like, we're supposed to be moving into the future. Second Life shouldn't be miles ahead when it comes down to something like this. So maybe VeVe has some type of special deal or different deal or something like that. Maybe it's just something that they cap, like defaultly, but for VeVe they're making exceptions, maybe. Hopefully, but I guess we'll see.
in open world, people will be able to explore the world freely and casually pass by your place. They will be able to socialize while you work, and if they're socializing too much, we do have that mute button. I understand games take a really long time. I've been waiting for Ashes of Creation since the Kickstarter, and it was supposed to release in 2018. It's 2023 and we're still in alpha. As more companies launch their own metaverse, the question that I still find myself asking is what will keep me consumed in the VeVeverse? Because I will not want to just build and build, especially if no one gets to see it. The side games are fun, but that doesn't entice me to log in every single day. I think that's the real issue VeVe needs to solve. Let me know what you think it took away from all the VeVeverse discussions. Until next time, we all gonna make it.
Yeah, this was fire. This is a dope video. I love the opinion on it. Definitely all solid takes. I always love his takes. Yeah, I mean, it sounds great. It sounds great so far. It sounds like a good start. Definitely going to take some time to get to where it's going. Like, I don't see, the thing is, I don't mind how long it takes it to get to where it's going for the most part. At the point where the big competitors start to pay more attention to the space once again, and they start making moves like I said, if Fortnite decides to come in and switch everything over, start going the NFT route, VeVe's going to be in trouble regardless of how patient anyone is or anything like that. Like, those same arguments stand. Like, anything AAA that decides to come into this space is going to be hell for VeVe if they're not partnered with them in some way. But because nothing has provably worked in this space outside of VeVe, hopefully nothing else is motivated enough to even move within this space so aggressively that it would just completely destroy VeVe, like a move like that. Like, hopefully no one even attempts something like that. So, I mean, I guess we will see. We will see. Hopefully the space stays underestimated long enough for VeVe to continue to scale its team and to start delivering more and accomplishing more on a metaverse front. Like I said, they have a big team at this point, so it is looking very, very, very good. So let me know what you all think in the comment section down below, fam. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out, fam.